Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students and learners, once again, welcome in today's lecture. Now, let's start our today's lecture. Our today's competency is reading and critical thinking. It's lecture number 5. Dear learners, before going deep into the lecture or the topic, we must have some knowledge about the SLOs. Now, first, dissect and try to understand what the SLOs are telling us. The first SLO, identify the writer's purpose. Yes, the first one is the writer's purpose and what makes it interesting. First of all, we have to identify the purpose of the writer, and then we have to identify what are the things which make it interesting, the purpose. And the second SLO, read and view a variety of reading, age appropriate and high interest. Personal recounts. So what is personal recounts? Diary entries and biographies. Read and view a variety of reading. So these are the two SLOs. My dear learners, I think so. You have now some knowledge about these SLOs. Now, move to the vertical linkage and then brainstorming. And after these two activities, we will move to understand this topic in detail. Yes, move to the vertical linkage. In English 6, this SLO was in these wordings. Now, we have reached at brainstorming. You know very well, brainstorming means we have to activate our mind and try to connect with the topic through these two lines. So, look at these two lines. When you read a story or diary entry quickly, whenever you read a story or a diary entry quickly, what makes it interesting? So, this line is directly link us with the topic. And let's move to the second line and look at this. What catches your attention first? Whenever you do all these two activities, what is the thing that gets or catches your attention? So, my dear learners, after connecting with the topic, now move to understand this topic in detail. Yes, our topic is personal recounts. First, we will have to learn about personal recounts, then short biographies. What is biography? And then writer's purpose. Yes. Now, this is personal recount. A personal recount is a short piece of writing. Yes, where someone tells about something that happened to them. Yes. So, dear learners, personal recount mean a writer or any person who tells about himself, that is called personal recount. Now, it tells past events. It means personal recount tells us past events. It explains what, where, and how it happened. So, where tells us about the place, how tells us about the reason, and what is telling us about the direct event. So these three things is mentioned in personal recount. It is written in first person. Yes, it is written in first person because the person is telling his personal story. That's why it should be written in first person narrator. Right. So, my dear learner, now you have understood about personal recount. Now, move to the next slide and let's see what is ahead for us. Now, why writers write personal recounts? Now, we are going to know about the reason why this type of writing is done. Share their experiences. First and foremost reason of writing personal account is share experiences. Number two, tell others about their feelings. Yes, the persons who write their personal accounts, they want to share their experiences as well and tell others about their feelings. And describe, personal account describes something interesting that happened. Whatever interesting happened with that particular writer who is writing personal account, who tells about that interesting happening, show their achievements. And another purpose is the writer want to show their achievements. So briefly, right now we have understood about the reasons of writing personal recounts. Now move to the next slide and try to understand something more. Yes, what makes a recount interesting? What are the things which make the personal recount interesting? A recount becomes interesting when a recount has these points, it becomes interesting. For example, special events, something new or surprising. Next one is strong feelings, happiness, scariness, excitedness. If these elements are there, it means that if strong feelings are involved in that particular event, it will become interesting. And clear details. Yes, there should be clear details in personal recount. Simple action words that show movement. There should be action words and they should be simple so that action can be easily understood. So, my dear learners, now you have understood about what the things make interesting. Now, move to the next one. Yes, what is biographies or what is biography and short biography? Yes, first of all, let's have an introduction or the definition of biography. A biography is a short text that tells the life story of a real person. Yes, if we put, dear students, dear learners, if we put the word auto before biography, it means there should be a little bit change in the meaning of biography. So look at this word bio mean life and graphy mean writing. It means that when someone is writing about the life of any person, that is called biography. And if the person himself write about his own life events, that is called autobiography. Auto means self. If a person it's himself writes about his own life events, that is called biography. This is a slight difference between biography and autobiography. So a biography includes the person's early life, important events, achievements, how the person changed the world or helped others. So, dear learners, now I think so you have a knowledge of biography, and also you can understand two types of biographies, a simple biography and autobiography. Now, move to the next stage. Yes, why writers write biographies? Why writers write biographies? Writers write biographies too. First of all, share someone's success, tell others about their struggles, teach important life lessons, show why the person is inspiring. What are the things which inspire the other people about that particular personality? Yes, all these things are very evident in this picture as well. These are the reasons of writing biographies. So, my dear learners, I think so you are very well aware of what are the reasons of writing biographies. Now, move to the next stage. Writer's purpose. This time we have reached at the point what is the purpose of the writer or writer's purpose. The writer's purpose means why the writer wrote the text. What is the purpose of the writing the text? Why? Why? What is the real thing behind the writing that particular text? This is called writer's purpose. Possible purposes, yes, of different writings. First one is to inform. Some writers write for information, to inform about the facts to the readers. And there are some writers who want to entertain his readers, like if their readers make the reader enjoy. Yes, next one, there are some who wants to express feelings, they want to express their feelings, that's why they write. And there are some to inspire or teach something. Yes, There are some who inspire other people, and there are some who teach something new to other people. That's why they write. So, dear students, now you know very well what are the purposes of writers. We have discussed one by one all more possible purposes. Now move to the next slide. Yes, interesting or exciting parts. Yes, look for special events, birthdays, trip, accident, success. These are called exciting parts. Yes. And next one, strong feelings, joy, fear, and anger. Achievements, winning, learning something new, and surprising movements. Right. These are interesting and exciting parts. Now move to the next stage, short diary. Dear students, after knowing about the biography, we have reached at the stage where we are going to discuss what diary entry. What is diary, and then what is diary entry? Now, let's start to understand this particular topic. A diary entry is writing in which a person tells about what happened in his or her day. Or it means that all the day happenings we can write in diary, and if we write in a diary, it means that this is called diary entry. His or her feelings, his or her thoughts. It uses dates and is written in first person. So, dear learners, this is diary writing. Very easy, very simple. You have to write your all days activities, your feelings, but with the dates. Right. Now, move to the next part. Yes, purpose of diary writing. A diary helps writers to express their feelings, to remember events, to talk about daily life privately, to think about what they learned. So, these for these reasons, diary writing is important, and diary writing helps the writers to do these things, or the diary writer. Now, move to the next part. Yes, find interesting details in our diary. How we can find interesting details in our diary? We have to look for a special or surprising event, words that show feelings, a lesson the writer learned, something the writer achieved or failed to achieve. So, these are the things or the details in a diary which are interesting, and we have to find them. Yes, you know very well, dear learners, there are simulation for you people. You can use them for enhancement or further understanding of your lectures or your topics. Now, worksheets are also attached with this for proper practice of the concept, and there are resources are available for you people who are attached here with you, and they are available for you people freely. Right, there are worksheets, skill sheets, lesson plans, and question banks are also there. So, my dear learner, this is all about our today's topic and lecture. Now, thank you so much. Now, I hope you have learned a lot about today's lecture and about today's SLO. Now, it is time to say goodbye to you people. So, I would like to say goodbye and take care of yourself till the next lecture. Allah Hafiz.